While scrolling through TikTok, I came across a video. It talked about whether Ben 10 could scan a Kryptonian. That got me thinking, can he really do it? Can Ben become like Superman? Or could he even surpass him? That's what we're here to figure out today. Can Ben turn into a Kryptonian? What would that transformation look like? Would he look the same, different, or maybe more like Doomsday than Superman? There are a lot of questions around this topic. And if you want the answers, stick around until the end. By the way, if you notice something different in this video, yeah, I changed my editing software. I used to use Clipchamp, but now I'm trying out DaVinci Resolve. Still learning, but it's better than the last one. Also, I made a post earlier asking some questions you might want answered. I saw a bunch of replies, and yeah, more are coming in. So, the next video is going to cover those questions. If you have any more questions about Ben 10, or about me, just drop them under this video or on that post. I'll try to answer as many as I can. Just don't ask for private info. That's private. I did make 2 videos about Superman earlier in this channel's early days, but let's restart with a proper introduction. Superman is a superhero published by DC Comics since 1938. An alien named Kal-El from the destroyed planet Krypton. He was sent to Earth and raised as Clark Kent by human foster parents, Martha and Jonathan Kent. As an adult, Superman became the protector of Earth, working at the Daily Planet as Clark Kent alongside his partner and wife Lois Lane. That gives you a solid idea, right? Superman is a very powerful alien. Because of his unique biology, he absorbs energy from the sun. That energy gives him flight, super strength, speed, near invulnerability, heat vision, and a few more abilities. In short, if you Google who is the most powerful superhero, his name shows up almost every time. He's basically a powerhouse. So, can Ben 10 scan him and become a Kryptonian? Short answer, yes. The Omnitrix can scan aliens, and that means it doesn't have to already be in the watch. If the DNA is available and the Omnitrix can read it, it can be added. Here's an example. The Omnitrix already contains human DNA. And it doesn't stop there. Throughout its lifetime, the Omnitrix has also stored dolphin DNA, because dolphins are considered intelligent enough to be included. In the prototype Omnitrix, it needed to directly touch the alien to scan and stay connected. In the Ultimatrix, it had an energy ray to scan targets. And by Omniverse, the Omnitrix could scan an alien from around 30 to 50 feet away, automatically, just by being nearby. So yeah, scanning Superman, totally possible. Superman is one of the strongest Kryptonians. Most people agree he might even be the strongest. So, where would Ben's Kryptonian transformation stand? Let's compare Ben's Kryptonian form to Superman. We already know that the Omnitrix enhances DNA and creates a version of the alien that's the peak of its species. That means Ben's Kryptonian form would be among the strongest Kryptonians ever. But why does the Omnitrix do that? The Omnitrix was designed as a last resort for the galaxy. In simple terms, it's like a sci-fi version of Noah's Ark. If any intelligent species in the galaxy goes extinct, the Omnitrix can bring them back using the DNA stored in it. But to restore a species, you need a strong, clean sample. So when the Omnitrix scans and stores DNA, it does a little extra. It slightly upgrades the DNA, makes it healthier, stronger, and more stable. So when Ben transforms into that alien, he doesn't just become a regular member of the species, he becomes the best version possible. So, where would Ben's Kryptonian transformation rank compared to Superman? Could it beat him? Let's talk about it. We all know Superman is one of the strongest Kryptonians. Many even say the strongest. So if Ben scans a Kryptonian with the Omnitrix, would that alien form be just another Kryptonian, or something more? Let's look at how the Omnitrix actually works. The Omnitrix isn't just a watch. It's basically the galaxy's last backup plan, like a high-tech Noah's Arkansas. If a species goes extinct, the Omnitrix can recreate it using the stored DNA. And to do that, it doesn't just grab any sample. It chooses the best possible DNA it can find. Strong, healthy, powerful. But here's the trick, the Omnitrix doesn't stop there. It enhances the DNA, optimizes it. So when Ben transforms, he doesn't just become a random Kryptonian. He becomes what that species is truly capable of at its peak. That means Ben's Kryptonian form should be on the same level, or maybe even stronger, than Superman himself. Still not convinced? Let's look at an example you might have forgotten. Looma Red Wind, the Tetramand princess from Many Happy Returns. She's a female Tetramand, and in their species, females are biologically stronger than males.
Female Tetramands are traditionally stronger. The princess still has the advantage.
On top of that, Looma trained since birth and was called the second strongest Tetramand in the universe. Her battle IQ was off the charts. And yet, Ben defeated her using his Tetramand form. That's important, because it shows that even someone who trained their whole life and was born stronger still couldn't match Ben's Omnitrix enhanced version of the same species. Same logic applies here. Superman might have years of experience and mastery over his powers, but Ben's Kryptonian form would start at the peak of what Kryptonians can be, instantly. He might not have Superman's life experience, but raw power? It could be equal, or even greater. Now obviously, in a real fight, experience still matters. But if we're just talking power levels, Ben's Kryptonian form could definitely stand toe-to-toe with a Man of Steel. If you ask, what about the control of Superman's powers? He has tons of powers, and at first, he had a lot of trouble controlling them. But the Omnitrix gives the user not just the powers of the alien, but also an instinct. Like, when Ben turns into the alien, it's like he already did a tutorial before. Yeah, it might feel like plot armor, but for a device that contains over 1 million alien DNA samples, having a built-in guidebook is a no-brainer. There's one more thing I want to talk about. NRG's real body releases high radiation, which is harmful to people around him. That's why the Omnitrix gives NRG a containment suit. That suit isn't part of his alien body, it's something the Omnitrix adds. Another example is Goop. His species comes from a weak gravity planet, so in stronger gravity, he's really weak, like, can't even walk. So the Omnitrix creates an anti-gravity disk for him. So now I wonder, if Ben turns into a Kryptonian, will the Omnitrix create a Kryptonite shield for him? What are your thoughts on that? So lastly, Kryptonians get stronger as they age, especially if they're under a yellow sun. So when Ben turns into a Kryptonian, especially the Omniverse Ben, and since Superman is a lot older than him, should Superman have the upper hand? That's kinda true, and kinda not. Superman should have the advantage if Ben turns into a 16-year-old Kryptonian. Aliens have different bioages, so when 16-year-old Ben transforms into an alien, he usually gets the teenage version of that alien. But, and that's a huge but, the Omnitrix does some tricks in situations like this. Sometimes, if the teenage version of an alien isn't combat-ready enough, the Omnitrix upgrades Ben into a much older version of that alien. Let me give you an example. This is how 4 Arms looks when Ben turns into him at 10 years old. This isn't a 10-year-old Tetramand. This is what an actual 10 to 15-year-old Tetramand looks like. Look at the difference. Now don't say, Looma is female, and Ben turns into a male. Don't be sexist. Here's how Gwen looks when she turns into 4 Arms too. So in theory, Ben should turn into a Kryptonian that's close to Superman's age. Probably when he was in his prime, like mid-20s or early 30s. Can Ben transform into a Kryptonian? Yes, he can. Is he gonna be stronger and faster than Superman? Yeah. And Ben has a ton of experience using all kinds of alien powers. So when it comes to adapting to new powers fast, Ben has the upper hand. At the end of the day, this isn't a hate video. I love both series, Ben 10 and Superman. Even though I love Ben 10 more, I think I did justice to both. If you've got questions, drop them in the comments. I'll answer them in the next video. And like always, stay safe.